your speaker. Hey, give me the rhythm and make mash up the dance.
Everyone, welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition. All right, Grant, coming down to the final few games now. This playoff push sure will be interesting.
Oh, no doubt. And I'm looking forward to it, B.A. The teams trying to make the playoffs will be going all out. And that kind of intensity in these games will be fun to watch.
So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the 5.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
Here's James. Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
Well, he seems ageless at times, guys. Somehow, some way, LeBron continues to rip off these insane sequences time and time again.
Remarkable. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Green with the ball. Picked up by James. Outside Moody. Outside Pajemski. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and it was maybe a step out of his range. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points, tied for 4th most in NBA history, Clark.
B.A., he is so special, and the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He had a sleepless night trying to figure out how to stop Luka Doncic. He said it's rare to see a player force the other 9 players on the floor to play at his pace. It's very methodical. Like a machine, he said Doncic shows no mercy. Brian?
Allie, thank you.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's foul number 2 for him.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Heels checked in for Curry. Doncic passes to Hachimura. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. The Warriors have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Hield from outside. Drains the triple.
Quite simply, one of the best three-point shooters in this game. That's Buddy Hield.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. And with their last victory, this team reached the 50-win mark on the season.
And they should be proud of what they've been able to accomplish. You can't just luck your way into 50 wins. You got to be a good team to reach that feat.
Finney Smith checked in for the Lakers. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Doncic, good.
And I know Doncic prefers a straight-on three-shot, but his touch works just as well there in the corners.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Let's see the smoke.
And the Lakers with some changes. James comes in for Hayes, and Rui Hachimura subbed in for Finney Smith.
James, Rui Hachimura.
Golden State has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. But Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Buries it from 3.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and
Los Angeles.
if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. And here's Butler outside. Hits the trifecta.
Tit for tat. Love that Butler came back down and delivered. Whatever you can do, he can do just as well.
The 3, James. Oh, he drains the 3, and he'll go to the line for one more.
Draymond.
It's going to go on Draymond Green.
Personal foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And also, I like how they've let it fly from the three-point line, shooting with confidence so far in this one.
Here's Podziemski. And it falls all over the rim and in. Podziemski's gotten his second bucket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you can fire 3 of your own. Boom.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Warriors trail by 5. Moody from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Payton comes in for Podziemski. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. And let's look at the Western Conference standings as the playoffs approach. Taking a look at the Lakers, now in second. They look to be in terrific shape moving forward. And, of course, the Warriors down a few spots.
When I look at the Lakers, their fans were expecting a lot from this team this year, and they haven't disappointed them. It's been a terrific season, and they're far from done yet heading into the playoffs.
It's obvious their eyes have been squarely on the postseason for a while. It'll be fascinating to see if the regular season dominance carries over.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in a standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
Yeah, we'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And the Warriors with possession. It's been 8 unanswered for them. No good on the quick 3. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. Jackson Davis grabs the miss. Fires away from way outside. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. This game following their win against the Rockets.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Now here's Hayes. No points so far. Fires from way outside. Kuminga pulls it in. And the Warriors shooting at around 59%. Their offense is clicking right now. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting 53%, setting the tone right from the opening tip. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Connect. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. And Doncic puts up a deep three. Jimmy Butler getting it done for Golden State. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back with you shortly. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Gabe Vincent. Then it's Connect. And it's Reeves in a two-guard. And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, BA, and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
The Warriors have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. It's stolen by Kuminga. Oh, they get a hand on it. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. The Warriors shooting the rock well at 46%. Curry's shot is off. So it's Los Angeles now. Last time they met in Los Angeles.
Their reserves have to step up this time around and get stops. That was the difference the last time these teams played.
I couldn't agree with you more. They allow some opposing reserves to get it going. You know the stars are going to get their points. But when you allow those second unit guys to get it going, that's when you're in trouble.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as he can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Peyton. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it.
Lakers ball.
All right, let's check out the 2K leaderboard for the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the teams that'll pick your pocket. The fourth spot held by the Warriors.
This team will punish you for sloppy ball control, no question. They've got a lot of fast-handed guys just waiting to take advantage. First in steals and second chance points have been one of their strengths this season. Third in the league overall in that department. They're a hard-working team on the glass, and they know how to finish.
Ranking number 1 in steals. This team gets after it on the defensive end. They aren't afraid to take chances and go for opportunities to take the ball when they see them. Fields checked in for Kuminga. Well, Los Angeles shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Now the Warriors with it. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Vincent can't hit. And here's Pajemski. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
How impressive has he been tonight, battling inside in the trenches?
Payton, no good.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Now Hachimura. In the game against Houston, very impressive. Clark, Hachimura has always been a monster with his strength. He knows how to use his frame.
He sure does, and he has an ample frame, B.A. And working out with LeBron during the summer and training certainly hasn't hurt him in that regard. He knows how to use his body, but he's also become a pretty reliable three-point shooter and all-around scorer.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to review the game plan. He's checked in for Payton. Moody comes in for Hield, and Jimmy Butler is subbed in for Green. Doncic is checked in for the Lakers. James comes in for Vincent.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. The Warriors leading. Fires away from way outside. Curry surveys. Fires from way outside. LeBron with the rebound.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Butler with the ball. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Hield comes in for Pajemski.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. You know, for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
Lakers trail by 3. Now, here is James. 14 points for him last game against Houston.
Not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
A minute 31 left in the second period. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by James. .121 left to play in the second quarter. Fires away from way outside. Rebound by the Lakers. Finney-Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
The Warriors lead by 3. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. And checking out some numbers for Luka Doncic.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case